Hi there and welcome to Vote Vero 2010. I'm your host Debbie Carson, online editor for VeroNews.com. Here with me today is Mayor Kevin Sawnick. He's a candidate for Vero Beach City Council for a 2-year term seat. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you. I appreciate the invitation to speak to you today.
No problem. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with us and answer a few questions for our viewers. And the first question has to do with the tax abatement referendum. Vero Beach voters will be going to the polls to weigh in on the question, which would, if approved, would allow new or expanding businesses incentives for bringing in new jobs. What are your thoughts on that referendum and that question?
I think it's very important that the voters do vote for the tax abatement. I was the council member who brought that up at a council meeting at the beginning of the year, and I got the support of the majority of the council to put that on the ballot this year. I think it's important to show people outside the county that we are business friendly and that we can offer incentives to expanding businesses or new businesses who come into the city. In conjunction with the county and also with Fellsmere, and Sebastian had passed theirs last year, I think we're going to show that we're serious about creating jobs and we're serious about improving the perception of the county that we're willing to bring in good businesses to try to help out the people in the Vero Beach area, but also the county too.
Thank you. The next question that I have has to do with the electric utility. As you know, the city for years has been transferring funds from the electric utility fund to the general fund. Is that a practice that if elected to council again that you would continue to support, or is that something that you feel needs to be addressed?
At the beginning of the year, my stance was we need to look at that to see if there's a way we can reduce rates. And that was one way that I thought that we could reduce rates. And looking at exactly what it would do to the rates, removing the $5.9 million that we transferred would only reduce rates about 4%. And looking at that and looking at the difference of if we remove that, we'd have to raise taxes to our city residents. Also, I mean, it's still going to be an issue we can look at, but I want to see what we can do to lower rates as much as we can, which is why I'm the only person running for city council who voted to bring FP&L to the city of Vero Beach to see if they can offer us lower rates. I'm not for sure what's going to happen, what the decision is going to be, but I think it's important to keep all options on the table and to see if FP&L can help us lower rates, and also continue to work internally to see how we can lower rates, which in that discussion could be the reduction of the transfer to the general fund.
Okay. And as I'm sure you're aware, being the mayor of the city of Vero Beach, the electric issue tends to dominate public discussion and debate. What other issues are important to the city residents, and what would you do to address those issues?
Well, since being on the campaign trail, I've been knocking on doors, talking to the people, and the electric utility issue is one of the top 5 issues. But one thing that you cannot argue with is the cost of government is too high. And what I've been talking to people about is seeing ways that we can reduce our budget, reduce the expenses while keeping the quality of life as high as possible. This past year we've reduced our budget by over $1 million. We've reduced our pension and healthcare costs by over $1 million, in addition to telling our employees to take a furlough once a month. We've actually reduced salaries and benefits by over $2 million to our employees. There's a lot more work to be done, but what I can tell the people is that if there's any waste, if there's any services that they don't want, they can tell us, and what the people want is what the city council will implement.
Well, thank you again, Mayor Sawnick, for sitting down with us today and answering a few of our questions, and we wish you and all the other candidates for Vero Beach City Council the best of luck come November.
Thank you very much.